with a satellite that goes to another satellite, okay? It's a bit difficult to believe, no? It's voice recognition through a satellite, but we believe it. Yes? Yes, no? You talk to your mother and you don't say, I'm doing a digital conversation. Well, of course it's digital conversation. Yeah, but I'm calling a radio, and the satellite of is shooting you now, the protons. But this is what is happening. This is what is happening, and you don't believe it. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Because we are in phase 2. In digital, we are in phase 3. It's embedded. In digital, we are in empathy. Taki, tuki, tuki, tuki. I am with him every day in Barcelona. I am with him. Taki, tuki, 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 tuki. But I am with him, seriously. I am with him. What's he thinking now? So we are not in phase 3 in sustainable. We are in this radical phase that no belief, yes belief, tools, machines, data, information, intuition. It's okay, let's do it. Let's talk about fire people also. So, well, this is the plan that was produced, and again this idea of north, of energy. And now the new role of architects, okay? We are in the university, it's very important to say this. We are directors of operas. I have to know photovoltaics in the roof, nitrogen. I have to know about geothermal use of cold water coming from the sea. I have to know about Arduino platform. I have 104 IP addresses to control, 500 sensors to achieve, and a structure which is light that needs to be approved by fire people by 120 minutes fire resistance, which doesn't exist, and I have to create it in 8 months with paint. Another pattern. We are going to be directors of these machines. Very complex, big operas, and we are the directors of this, or we are out. We are out, or we are the directors. Okay? We have to make that decision. And that's very important to tell you that you are going to be directors of complexity. You will need to know all these, but the light, the sound, the energy, the cleaning people are working and the light follows them, yes, no. All right? It's big. Eh? I think we can do it. So this is the building. One of the words I share more with Muhammad is alignment. Alignment. We didn't have a contractor for this. You know, it's these moments that, yeah, that's our knowledge, but will there be a contractor? Will there be a client? No? This is the question now. Who is the client for this project, for this architecture? So what we know from our experience is that, yes, there is an industry ready. We are not alone. We are not alone. There is an industry ready that is doing this. Okay? And so that's the building done. And now maybe 7 more minutes. Is okay timing? 7 more minutes, something like that, to show you where I am now. Why all this white hair? So we've done the building, okay? And this man here is Jeremy Rifkin, with this tie, and Alan Lloyd. Alan Lloyd, this is a team of sustainable, of design. Alan Lloyd did this in California. Nissan was saying to California, we are going out, we don't sell cars, we have to close the factory, bye-bye, we go. Alan Lloyd said, you want to go? Go. Oh, you're not going to give us money to stay? No. Take the workers, all the employees of Nissan, put them in the university, teach them how to move from a car of gasoline, to a car of electricity, and spend not this money in Nissan to stay, money in creating a factory of electric cars publicly. So now California leads in electric cars. Spending the money in a dead body, gasoline cars is a dead body. It maybe has 15 years of life, but from all we live, 15 years, it's very much a dead body, all right? And we keep this dead body alive with money. But the new body is an electric car, is the hydrogen car, is a green car, right? So he's doing this. He's been working in General Motors in the hydrogen industry. Jeremy Rifkin, look at his latest book on the civilization of empathy. He's about, don't think geopolitical, think biodiversity, think biosphere policies, all right? So he calls me on Thursday and says, look, Enric, we have to do a workshop about clean energy. Jeremy, I'm ready. Is it Sweden? Is it Denmark? Is Texas? Jeremy, bush territory, oil people, are you serious? And he said, they have uranium also. Okay, that worse. So he said, remember the liquid, Enric? Remember the liquid? There's not green countries and oil people. We are in the same liquid, yes? Remember? You think you are an oil country? You are in the same liquid, all right? So Jeremy, let's do this workshop, okay? I'm with you, Let's meet in Texas Monday. Okay, there we are. The mayor of Texas, of San Antonio, has a check of $18 billion to build 2 nuclear plants. He's ready to sign. And a woman of the cabinet, of the office, just do one question, not the parametric design, just one question. Dear boss, do you know the shadow of the decision you are taking? The shadow? What shadow? What are you talking about? Yeah, you're making a decision which has a shadow. This decision produces a shadow over society, civilization, generations. This is a decision making a shadow. Okay, look, what are you talking about? 2 years. I mean, politics, 2 more years. Next one, elections. Okay, the answer is 2 years. No, this decision means 40 years. Your shadow is 40 years. We will be paying the credit to build these nuclear plants for 40 years. Okay? Okay? Yes? Everybody's scared? No? So we arrived there, and he said, what do you propose to do? And she said, well, let's do a workshop, 3 days together, between the nuclear guys and your clean energy guys, and have together a meeting and show me data and show me energy and show me efficiency, and I will make a decision. Okay, so we arrive. You think decisions are made in a political level using the NASA computers? No. Decisions are made using PowerPoints. Okay? Not high-speed computing, what are the possibilities? No. PowerPoint, I like it, I don't like it. Okay? So we are in a U-shape, table with the mayor here in the center with $18 billion, $1 million ready to sign a check, and there is the nuclear guys, and then there is us. And the nuclear guys start saying, we are very efficient, we are very productive, da, 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 da. It's true, they have really good numbers. And we, with PV cells, with wind turbines, with geothermal, with energy in the waves, without uranium, without oil, with nuclear, with 2 factories, it's very safe, don't worry. But look at Japan, what happened? We are safe, the insurance. But look at Japan, there's no tsunami here, don't worry. Yeah, but look at Japan, you know. Again, did you see the newspapers? Nuclear disaster, nothing infected. Nuclear disaster, nothing infected. Look, tolerance 0, remember, nothing infected, nuclear disaster. So the Excel of the mayor was click, click, yes, 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 good. After 3 days, you know, our energy, you see this white hair, is these meetings, okay? The mayor said to her, they are the same. clean, no clean, they are the same. The data is produced. Well, it's true. If you look at the numbers, we are the same. Bigger, distributed, centralized. And Jeremy does a last question in these 3 days, okay? We always keep him for the last weapon, no? The last weapon. And Jeremy, you guys, the French lobby and the Japanese lobby, 2 nuclear plants, okay, the 2 biggest lobbies building nuclear, and said, what's the idea of your people? What about maintenance? How many people work in these 2 nuclear plants? And the nuclear guys, everything automatic, 80 people, your cell phone, dear mayor, from your cell phone, you know the nuclear plant, you can shut it down and shut it up. And Jeremy, 80 people, what a dream, man, really, oh, it's impossible, there's nothing we can do, because our plan was 5 million people working jobs, green jobs, in 8 years. But if you can do it with 50, this is where we are. Centralized, lobby, 2 factories, producing the energy of us, of our planet, or us producing the energy of our planet. Us. Our buildings. Us. Okay? This is where we are. The mayor decided to do 1 nuclear plant, to stop the construction of the other, and we win $9 billion on clean energy. 2.5 million green jobs in San Antonio, in the worst place, Texas. Okay? PowerPoints. So that's what I do. Now to end a little bit this, I have 2 ends. Like Disney, 2 ends. So one is about particles. I'm working by my friend. I like him a lot. He's great. So I'm going to take you to this next project. It's all about particles. I'm going to do the intro because I will be back. Okay? So I'm not going to end. So it's in the north, very nearby Villanurbs. It's in a very incredible landscape. This is our Mediterranean Sea is the new center of Europe in the next 10 years. So it's a beach, fantastic sea. This is the place. It's the restaurant of El Bulli. Okay, and this is our plot. This is our space. We had marine turtles. We had dolphins. We don't have anymore. So we have to create a project which addresses all the ecological issue. It's very important what we were discussing before, this idea of an audit. I have to audit today the market, my neighbors, to know what added value I have to do to these guys, okay? So somehow I said this to Ferran, to the El Bulli people, this is what happens. Somehow architecture understood that it's a factory, architecture understood it's about Mies van der Rohe breaking the factory, the biggest space. This is El Bulli today, volumes, getting close to nature. This is Niemeyer, this is Koderk. This is the moment where architecture becomes organic. Architecture wants to embrace nature, okay? And this is the moment where now architecture is. Architecture is organic, architecture is mountains, architecture is clouds, architecture is landscape. There is not landscape and a house, the house is the landscape is the house, okay? This is where we are now. Where I want to go, and we will go together, is to particles, the architecture of particles, okay? It's going to take some years, okay? We are there pushing. But I'm here in the university and I have to share with you my latest push, my latest path of research, okay? So this is the chef. We are 2 stars, yes? Everybody knows him and we get a lot of newspapers and so on, the New York Times and etc. What's very important is this machine, this technology. This is a 3D scan, okay? This technology changes our reality. this beautiful landscape into this. Okay? So we are scanning all the reality, the skin, but even the particles of the skin and the particles of the landscape. I have the humidity, I have salinity, I have CO2 levels, I have the sun, the leaves, the branches, the trees, the humidity. I have a 3D of information, so the place is not a photo, the place is 9 million dots. That's my place now, okay? Architecture of particles. So I can take you inside this, because I have it, it's a 3D, it's a big 3D, okay? So I can navigate, go to the last branch, go to one leaf, where is it, what happens, what's the size, I can take dimensions. But this information is information, okay? So it's geothermal, how is the energy, is CO2, salinity coming from the sea, it's humidity, it's photosynthesis. So I can do this. I can cut a section through the 3D and feel that the salt is coming from the sea. The CO2 comes from the cars passing by, but there is all this energy embedded in the earth as geothermal, energy in and energy out. So architecture has to be there in the center of this particles reality. What architecture has to do is to perform when the sun arrives and brings this energy, and the photovoltaics of the trees are performing photosynthesis. Architecture is there, has to perform exactly that. Okay? So I can control it and I can work with it. I can do architecture as an output of these particles. I can do what the client needs. This is Ferran. They need a place to think. And how do they think, these cooks? They don't think in the kitchen, they think with papers. They think with what is the technology I'm going to use, what are the materials I can get, and they cross information to create plates and recipes, okay? So this is the pavilion we are working with him. It's a particles pavilion. Glass is performing as particles with salt and glass and CO2 storage. And he cooks with particles. This is nitrogen. He cooks with nitrogen. So we are doing nitrogen architecture and he cooks with nitrogen. These are flowers. These are very little tapas of flowers with particles, okay? So it's very important, and this is my last comment here in the university, it's very important that education and context is one thing. What Yale now is investing, and also UCLA in LA, and also Pasadena Art Center, is that they want that the students of robotics, they have robots in the campus. If there are not robots in the campus, they're going to do PowerPoints of robots, books of robots, but they're not going to do robots. Okay? So the biggest problem in education is to upgrade reality, and now you have a great opportunity with the new campus, the new university, to upgrade reality to the knowledge of your students. Everybody is doing this. Yale, UCLA, 20% better education, not with more teachers, more books, upgrade to the knowledge of the kids, upgrade reality. Okay? Everybody is doing this, everybody. I'm assisting everybody. All right? So I want you to take you into this. So, well, this is it. I stay here in the master plan, and I'm going to show a very fast lab for them, because they think that they need a big client and a big commission to start doing making. And I'm going to make sure this is not the case, that they do things with little things. Okay, so last 3 minutes. This is a builder. They have built all the glass in Prada, in Tokyo. They built the glass in the Guggenheim. So I'm suggesting them a 3-month workshop, quick, with a glass company, a glass factory, together with this engineer, Agustio Biol. The engineers are authors of the project, and with Pep Bow. So let's do bubbles in the studio. I'm asking him to be my model maker. Pep, these are bubbles or these are buildings? I don't know. Can you put fog inside? Can they be translucent? Yes, I can. What's the shape? Can you do a curved glass like this? Let's try. What's the scale of this experiment? What's the size of it? Okay. Can I go in? Yes. Show me. I am inside a bubble, but I want to change it. I want it parametric. I want it complex. I want it to follow my rules. What is the structure? The structure will activate the membrane, the bubble. Show me, is it possible? Bubbles last 3 seconds, 6 seconds, 1 minute, nothing. So we have to scan them, we fill them 360 degrees to have the model, the 3D, the data. What is it? What's the shape? What's the geometry? How it performs? Do it quick. Do it. Just do it. It's gone. Disappears. Doesn't last. But it's the dream of the architect. You love this. Can I have a roof here? Can I have a window here? Where is the door? Can you put me a door here? That's the building. Clack. That's the moment. This is it. But what is the particles? What is the particles? What is it? Is it soap? Is it glass? Is it water? Is it nitrogen? What is it? You tell me, what is it? What is it? What is it? Is it ceramic? What is it? And in the office I see, what is it? What is it, guys? Clack. 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 Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. And remember, architecture and ideas will last a few seconds, few minutes. Catch them. Do it. Thank you. Great.
Thank you so much, Enric. I think about an hour ago I got a message on my phone saying how long he is going to be talking, and I hope you realize that you stayed for almost more than 2.5 hours, and I think most of us, or at least some of us, would like to still hear more from you. It's very interesting that the 3 projects are applying performative architecture to the places where we live, to the simplest form, and then the places where we work, the media city, and also the places where we eat, restaurants. And I think you showed us the future. I think I've enjoyed this so much, and it makes me want to go back to school again.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Might have, if you still have some energy, we might have a couple of comments, very short and direct comments, if there is any. I think there must be some more.
Please. Please.
I thank you, Enrique, for this very informative lecture. And I happen to have a reasonable experience about parametrics, and I've been following this conference called Smart Geometry.
Yeah, great. Yes, I know.
The last 5 years.
Oh, great.
And pretty much all they talk about is parametrics and performance of architecture. This year, they're going to play with materials a lot.
Yeah.
I'm surprised one issue that you don't cover is swarm architecture. You know, one example is the formation of a flock of birds. You know, how do this shape flying? You know, how each flying bird is sensitive to the one immediately next to it to make this overall formation.
Excellent.
Your buildings maybe do not involve that kind of thinking in this.
Mm-hmm.
Another comment about your building and the media city is what happens if I am in the daytime looking out of the building and watching something, and pretty soon it gets hot and the facade gets dim.
Yeah.
Have you thought about that?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Please, very good questions. In the smart geometry, I am participating in the next one. There is Jane Burry, Mark Burry, the wife of Mark Burry. She's directing the next smart geometries. We showed Villanur's three times ago, three years ago. And we have built a pavilion in Paris following swarm behavior. It's great you mentioned. It's excellent. This idea is very good for the particles architecture, because what we are learning now with these sensors is that this information moves. Particles in the physicists is about the 70s. The 70s talk about particles. Now they talk about quantum, particles and time. Swarm behavior is particles and time. That's what we need to learn. No, for sure.
And one of my exercises with my students here, we have been doing parametrics using Rhino, and one application to the housing authority here, where they build pre-made, prefabricated houses and give to the citizens of Kuwait. We've noticed a lot of demolition and significant change after the buildings have been delivered and handed into the citizens. Meaning people, this is a brand new house, huh?
Yeah.
They take walls down and they change the skin, and there's a lot of waste involved, and material and cost and so on. We've involved parametric thinking to kind of reduce that chain effect by location allocation, where you pinpoint where you need exact functions.
Excellent. I'm with you on that, for sure. The users inside Media ICT, when the cloud is produced, they call, it's now happening. The view, you have the view all day, This happens in the peak of heat, in the peak of August. There's this moment that the geothermal, the sea is not so cold, the geothermal of the water that we use, it's not coming very cold, the building is going to use air conditioning, it's going to use it, and just before we shoot air conditioning, the building, and these are 15 days, 20 days, with global warming longer, but it's okay, it's interesting the reaction of the users.
Speaking about the reaction of the users, we went with this idea with location allocation for the housing authority, and you know what they replied?
No.
Say, you're thinking when, or I'm thinking when. You know what that means?
No.
Can somebody explain? No, they're thinking we're very futuristic about this issue. So I think.
But you see that the proof is that I am here and I meet someone who was with grasshopper like you, that you have swarm behavior. This let's say Kuwait University, old-fashioned. No, they have you. We are not alone. I was saying, we are not alone. Here you are. You are the proof of that we are not alone.
We just purchased a 3D printer in our school, so don't say we don't have it. Thank you very much.
Excellent.
Any more questions?
Show me tomorrow.
Yes.
Are you a professor in the university? Very good.
Thank you, architect, for it's really not new and nice lecture today. My name is Zainab. I was a student in Kuwait University.
Yes.
I worked later on in one of the big firms in Kuwait. Now I am studying my master's degree in Cardiff University regarding sustainability. I wonder where it was the most lack of communication with the whole network you were working in.
The most lack of communication, that's a good one.
Just communication is actually the issue here.
Yeah.
With client, with industry, with government.
Yeah, it's true. What I can tell you is that the formula of a pilot project puts everybody in the same line. We cannot change the housing of Kuwait. Maybe we do, but we don't want to say it. Okay? Remember the positive virus? So, I just want to do one. I just want to do one Villanus. I just want to do one media ICT. But we are going to do it small, but very, very, very deep in knowledge. Not in economy, in knowledge. When this happens, what I'm very surprised is that the mayor of Barcelona is using the building for his election campaigns. Okay. Now the rent of the Media City went up 25 euros. Is the most expensive building in Barcelona and is the cheapest because it's the market. What's happening? The surprise is that yes, these projects start as a lost in translation. Everybody, nobody. But once you get everybody aligned, that's where our energy has to be focused. To have everybody aligned. One way to have everybody aligned is transparency. Look, this is my fee, this is my vision, these are my kids. Open source. They know all about me. Here, let me try one more thing. This is in the address of communication. I'm giving you my business card, okay? Just one moment. I can call Jeremy Rifkin, yes? Yes. Jeremy, I call him, okay? Jeremy calls Obama. He has access to Obama, okay? Okay. Here. So, now you are at 3 steps to Obama. Now. Yes?
I can call him directly.
Okay. Well, maybe I'm going to contract you.
Okay, one more question.
But this is very important, very important. Don't think it's not going to happen. It's going to happen.
I believe in it. I know because the problem we have, I believe, in my country, it's all about awareness. So since it's all about the knowledge, if they don't know the knowledge, this is how they act. They see it far away. They don't want to do it. So the easiest way is to communicate and make them understand.
Yeah. So the transparency, okay? Communication about transparency. Yes, but transparency, which goes to ethics, you know. Norman Foster is doing your new airport. Okay, I don't know the project. I don't want to talk about the project. But he's doing this, has done this building with Kazakhstan, no? And the client, Switzerland. I know this, you know. You will know this. Now everybody knows. If you don't perform transparent, sorry, 2 years out. Calatrava got this contract, now he's going through juries, sorry, we have here to win competitions, we have to do public awareness, we have to have clients with transparent fees. You know, they know my fee in this lecture, they know I'm giving this lecture for free, but they know my fee. See, we have to work like this. And you will see that how attractive this transparency is. People get attached to it. In these moments of crisis, of where are we going? Transparency puts everybody together, aligned. Very interesting.
No chance for WikiLeaks.
Where are we? Oh, here you are. Sorry.
No, transparency makes you there's no chance for WikiLeaks.
No, WikiLeaks is a very strong example of transparency. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, last question.
Sure.
But you get this transparency, ethics, no transparency pornographic. Transparency / ethics. I know what I'm showing. There's people watching. No Facebook.
First, thank you
Please.
for a very fascinating presentation. It's really impressive, both the information and the presentation for what you have presented to us. My question would be, you guys follow the building up to you mentioned the 2 years of post-occupancy evaluation. But what about maintenance of such buildings? Because it's a high-tech.
Very important, very important.
What happens in the long-term maintenance?
Yeah.
We know how to do it with a traditional building.
Yeah. After a year and a half, I got this phone call from the director of maintenance of the client, Ramon Molis, and he calls me, Enric, the invoice is very low. The invoice? Which invoice? Did we send an invoice? What is? No, the power bill. Said, Ramon, listen, you know me 9 years. I show you all the engineering, all the data, all the efficiency, and now after 1 year of the building finished, now you call me and say it works? Yeah, but the invoice of the power bill is it. So we learn that there's a moment of test, of proof, which is a killer. That's this invoice. And the idea of maintenance, the Arduino platforms I have shown you, they make a decision on-off. The sensor makes a decision 500 watts. You know, my computers are in the prehistory of computing, therefore zero maintenance.
Long term. What about long term? I mean,
No.
it's a new experiment.
Zero. This material, Teflon, it's very interesting. No, I follow you because we were, oh my God, what's going to happen? No? The problem with long term is that 3 things. One, Teflon is 18 years old. Okay, my computer is 21 years old. Personal computing is 22 years old. Okay, when you buy this, you don't start talking about maintenance. This guy is a very young guy. Teflon is 18 years. The warranty of the Germans, 42 years. Okay? That's killer. Now 3. Ethics. Our ideas will not last 40 years. We don't have the solution, and we have to say this to them, we don't have the solution. We have a solution of 15 years, a scenario. We have to be very honest. My ideas, I hope in 18 years someone does a new skin over this building. I'm open for that. You see? But if you make a decision of a material of 200, 300 years, you may kill a new office there. You may. Probably. You see? So maintenance is understood as problem, but maintenance is an ethic, a scenario of what is my time frame. You see? 3, Look at 3. Japan, they know architecture is ephemeral. 20, 25 years, new building. In cars, remember this idea, the parking and the cars? The car has the newest LED, and the parking is lighting the car with an 8 years old lamp. That's what's happening today. That's what's happening today. You see where I'm going?
Yeah, I follow.
So the two new materials, you have to have these 2 new materials very much. Maybe let's use. Maybe he wants to for the.
I'm sorry, I just remind me about performance contracting you were talking about.
Yeah, very good.
Which is really something very sophisticated. The way I understand it is that a third party is kind of like auditing the building and whatever saving from the energy bill is going. Is that what
We audit ourselves, and the client has an auditing firm.
And who gets the benefit in that case? Like, who the saving?
Everybody. The three.
You also
No,
make
the
money?
three. The three.
The three.
The three.
The other question, this Teflon membrane cleaning, is that a problem?
It's self-clean. The
With what?
Teflon has a particle, it's about particles, is a very, very, very dense particles. You know what was the first use of Teflon? To carry bags of blood. It's a material that doesn't get involved with nothing. It's very slippery. Glass, if you look at glass at particle level, glass has a texture and dust attached to the texture. Teflon is like a gel.
That's why they make raincoats.
So blood has a perfect material, Teflon. You cannot bring pollution to the blood, or the blood cannot stay in the bag.
I just want to say one last comment. We are really too much enlightened by you. You are very informative. I would like to commend you on that. This is really like reading many books tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Enrique, who's going to clean the mess today?
This is a new contract. It's not a job. You understand? It's not a job. It's a contract.
Just my...
I got a phone call from the mayor of Figueras when I was out of the school. Okay, I was out of the school, I was very noisy in the school or whatever, but I got a phone call from the mayor of Barcelona. No, the Figueras, my own village, Figueras. And he said, would you like to do the fireworks in Figueras? International competitions. I look at my kids in the studio, hey guys, it's not a problem, it's an opportunity. Okay, who will be watching? 20,000 people. Okay, I do it.
This was not my...
No, this is not a problem. This is an opportunity. This is an opportunity. They can think of self-cleaning, magnetic... it's an opportunity.
Right. So I have a question actually. Are you a millionaire yet? Because I wanted to
yes.
Before I hear your answer, I wanted to be a millionaire. And one way of thinking about local generating money in our society, the Arab society especially, is the one-way glass. Meaning I can always look through a glass in one direction and be able to see outside without the outside looking at me and the inside. This is both day and night. Have you come across any research on that issue? Because privacy is a big issue.
Oh, for sure.
But it has to be working day and night.
That's another contract. That's another contract.
Light intensity is higher.
No, great. Let's do it.
Are we partners?
Let's do it.
Okay, so I think we can...
The first answer is yes.
And we can continue the discussion.
In the dinner, please.
Yeah.
Maybe I like a comment. Maybe, please.
Any more comments?
Would you like a comment, please?
I have just a small statement.
Please.
That this lecture made my blood rush into my brain and made me think a lot. And the effect of this lecture will make me think for a while in everything I do. So thank you very much for this knowledge.
You have to get the Teflon Butra then.
Of course, we would like to thank the SSH for their generous contribution to of course,
be here.
Introduced to Enric, and we hope this will be a long relationship, and I'm sure our students, whatever has left from them, is enjoying it. So thank you so much for coming and for your time. And again, I think we should thank...
Please, everybody. Thank you.